Let's do this. I just got home, so I didn't get practice, nothing. Oh, I just turned it on. Oh, Jesus. Where are the gloves? That was stupid. Come. Second off. Second one. I didn't have time to get it cooled down.
Green flag.
Lockwood. Oh no, I don't think I made a lap there. Shit.
bombed it in there
Come
like a moron.
on. Oh. My trading paint's not on? That's probably why. Come on. It is on. What? Didn't download the paints right or something.
I forgot to say stages are lap 15 and lap 30. But again, we're not stopping for them, so irrelevant, but for bonus points.
Oh no. No. Don't be doing this.
Don't be flashing me, boy.
You getting the bind ready?
Alright, Caffrey's lighting me up.
Wrong box.
You tell me, get the fuck out of my way.
Not at all, Bob. I was just saying, actually, literally.
Good fellas, remember like I said, it's going to be a little chilly today, so if you guys are going over the wall, make sure you're staying limbered up. Keep the blood flowing there.
Leslie, you're
Get cold,
blinking.
hurt
I
yourself.
was afraid of that.
We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race. You only have one additional set of tyres for this race.
Right side on the
How
restart.
bad? I don't understand. I literally had
The
the
road's
computer
closed.
off. I just turned it on before this.
Wesley, you're blinking really bad, dude.
Why am I always
Who
blinking?
is?
What is wrong with this, man?
Yeah, you're blinking a little bit.
Double check your steering wheel, get a good look at your switches.
That's more than a little bit.
Get ready to go.
Yeah, you're disappearing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, car's down, be ready.
What are we doing here? Oh, my God.
We're going to restart behind the 77. Green, green.
Before we even start.
Left side. Clear. It's going to have a car off to the right. Stay on your toes.
My computer was literally off all day. And I just turned it on before this. Like, there's no reason. It wasn't even sitting out. Wasn't
Heads
even
up.
sitting
Go
around or
on the
nothing.
right.
How is it? Oh,
Heads
my
up.
God.
Stay on your toes.
Just gonna stay out of everybody's way for now. I love this freaking track too.
Sorry, Mom.
No reason.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Front of you, front of you, front of you. Front of you, in front.
Sorry about that. I
Don't know
was
where
trying
to
to
go.
run into Nate and I panicked. Sorry about that, David.
Goes away.
1 minute 22.962. One minute 22.367. That was your fastest lap of the session.
The car in P2 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 20.706. 1 minute 22.228.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Hey, Weston, when I catch up, you don't mind letting me by, man. You're blinking very badly.
Yeah, I will. Can they hear me?
On the left side. Clear if you need it. 1 minute 23.4.
Thank you so much.
2. Front of you, he's rolling. Stay on your toes. Slow car off to the right. Keep coming. The leader just did a 1 minute 21.06. 1 minute 22.862. Watch that car down there. Go to the right. Later, let's get these bitches out of the way, ma'am. 10-4. 1 minute 22.342. Your eyes open. What do you see? Spin on the left side. Drive through it.
You gotta be kidding me.
One on the right side, clear by half.
I don't know if he's holding me back on purpose because my blanking apparently screwed him. So now he's like retaliating by holding me behind him. He's not. I lost so much to the car behind me. He's catching me so bad because he's blocking me like everywhere. I can't get past.
Left side. Clear, clear. One minute 25.666. Right side. Still there.
What the?
Too wide on the left side. One only. Right side. Clear.
Christ.
Just had a little damage. What'd you see there,
Yeah,
Earl?
fuck you!
I didn't look, man. Appreciate it. Good job. Yep.
This race is over.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is
5.1.
I don't know if he did that on purpose or he didn't see me, but he just freaking just drove me into the wall.
pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
What? It doesn't even say how long I gotta wait. It gave me a black flag and it doesn't even have a... What kind of shit is that? Didn't it have a black...
Go, you go, 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 go.
Damn it. What did I swear I had a meatball. Did I not? Oh my god. I just paid it for nothing then. What the hell happened? It didn't even say I had repair time.
That's it for tyres. Make them last the rest of the race.
What the fuck was that?
You got it.
Are you freaking serious?
We got a tough official here today, guys. Let's make sure we mind our P's and Q's.
Unsafe exit. Like, bullshit! I don't even know what to say.
Completion of 15 is the first stage, right? Completion of 15, correct.
What a douche.
Ugh. It doesn't matter, the race is over anyway. I think I could have finished top 6, 7 like I've been finishing all season, but not anymore. It's always something always happens here. I love this place, and something always happens to me here. It's annoying.
The car in P12 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 20.606.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Go Mango, go Mango! Pit road speed.
I don't know if I can get a top 10 now.
The car in P12 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 20.546. Left side, clear, clear. Minutes 13.178.
Screw that up. Give me a little warm. Feels like I'm in a damn car. Did she lay down most of the time? Is she feeling that bad?
Leaders on pit road. 1 minute 22.205.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car behind is pitting.
I'm gonna call files or something. See if there's an upgraded internet or something. I don't understand. Never used to blink so much. My computer was off the whole night. I didn't turn it on until just before this. Like
The car behind is pitting.
1 minute 21.367.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The leader just did a
1 minute 21.139. One minute 21.566.
See what I sent you? Yeah, he's gonna run the Indy road course. Just think if we could have went that.
We're gonna have a car off to the right. Front. I don't know where to go. Come out of the way, Earl. Standing right next to him, bud. Already told him twice. Stay right.
the car in P4 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 20.375. 1 minute 22.2.
Guys, I'm sorry about holding you up in turn 11. My car was not wanting to shut down.
You're good, man.
Just do your best to hold your lane.
Yeah, well, I got some good news today. I had no idea about this. Apparently I was probably the only one who didn't know.
Now, hey, throw.
I just happened to look at my bank account after I got lunch. I got Wendy's, and I decided to get the Asiago Ranch chicken club that I used to get all the time. It was the worst thing I have ever had. It was bad. The chicken was like hard inside. It was the worst sandwich I'd ever gotten. It sucked. But anyway, I looked at my bank account.
1 minute 21.979.
And I was like, whoa. And I looked, and I'm like, I had two checks.
Keep your eyes
two
open.
Separate checks.
In the middle of the track.
That I got.
Girl, get him the fuck out of the way.
I was like,
all
what
right.
the hell? I'm like, is that right, or did they screw up? So I went, when I got back to work, I looked online. This freaking guy again. Oh my God.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not A5.
Left side. Still there at your door. Clear. Left side.
I knew he was gonna fucking do that! Real nice.
Thing alright?
Fucking asshole! I knew he was gonna fucking wreck me. I didn't do one thing to you the entire race, and they're gonna wreck me twice. Fuck! Fucking asshole.
Thanks, Mike.
I didn't do one fucking thing to you.
Leader pit road.
Here's the first time. Freaking drove me into the fucking wall, taking me out of fifth. Did you see what he did? He just fucking wrecked. He just drove right into me. was really looking forward to this.
Why'd they pay you so much?
So I got back. I'm looking online. I'm like, see if there's 2 checks on the thing in the internet. I only saw that one, and it said some lump sum 3,000 and the taxes. I'm looking at like, I don't know what the. And then BB got back from lunch. I was like, did you get 2 checks? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so that is right? She goes, yeah, that's the union bonus that they agreed on or whatever. That was part of the thing. I was like, oh shit. I had no idea. $3,000 bonus, I get $1,600 of it.
Because New York State taxes are 40%.
Yeah. That's why I ordered some things today.
Okay. Did you pay me for bills?
I gotta figure out Venmo on there. It wouldn't send me a code to this phone. It said it did, and I never got a code.
Because I had to pay $400 for the drive to get fixed.
You already did? They fixed it?
Yeah, but we can't use it for 2 weeks because everything flooded downstairs.
No, yeah, of course. Let me see something.
So it'd be cool if you could give me like some picture.
I'll pay for some things too. I transferred a lot, so I gotta make sure.
No.
Oh my god, it really looked like her. It was so quick. What's the matter?
I just asked you for more money after you just told me about a $3,000 bonus, and you're like,
But Nathan now has just pulled out to a 13
That was
Yeah,
that was rough. Let's see if we have the same thing here by Coulter Jr. Now it looks like he's just going to pull off and out of the way. Going to allow Dominic Ford to get by. Dominic Ford scraping the inside wall there a little bit, and then, yeah, the 89 just blinking away. And I'm seeing a pattern here, and it's all turn 11, and Mark Rocket now coming through here, and yeah, just kind of locking up a little bit to get through the corner, but nothing wrong there. We've seen Jerry Culver right behind him, so.
And what they're going to do is a pit strategy.
When you see the last lap times, you feel bad.
Oh, it's this place.
Looks like Coulter Jr. had another bit of an issue, and he's going to tow back into pit lane, as this track is certainly claiming some victims already, and you feel bad for some of these guys. Philip Caffrey certainly had a decent car, and he expected a pretty good finish from him tonight, but unfortunately, early incidents from him has him back in 13th, 2 laps down. David Steiner was in 3rd place before he had his issues, and now is 1 lap down as well. Mark Rockin and Isaac Balsama also down a lap here. So we're losing some of the guys on the lead lap already, and we're only 16 minutes into this race.
Yeah, it's what we alluded to earlier, Carl. It's this place. It's absolutely brutal. It's a real driver's track. This you have to be lose your focus from turning point. You have to have this place.
Is
going to do as a pit straight. Dropped Andrews. Sleeper. Thinking Mark Hammond.
And we've got a battle for a podium spot here.
John Hammond, he was adamant.
There, Michael 8 seconds. The momentum and close in a bit on Nathan Biggart, but now the lead is again back out to 2.8 seconds. But one of the fan favorites out there, Michael Strickland, is now reeled in Michael Caffrey, and we've got a battle for a podium spot here.
Yeah, they said that Strickland was going to be the sleeper. Oh, look back. And I mean, he is super consistent right now. I mean, there's no doubt in it, and he was in great form last week. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. But in all fairness, gaps at the moment in time, to see.
When you a second, looks like as you feel bad, he breaks down. David Steiner was in 3rd place, dropping him at all. Looks like Coulter Jr. had another bit of an issue, and he's going to tow back into pit lane, as this track is certainly another not driving.
Yeah, it's a after.
It's a little bit fast. Strickland's got to wait for Caffrey to run, but now down bigger. And as he see if he went.
Come on. Right from the very well. And it's
more comfortable with the track. If you he's got the car out front, and it's where he's wanting to be.
93, that's Andrew Payne, I believe. He has just come out, and he's in clear quite dramatically. And B, it also affects the way that to go right to the end from here. I mean, I can't see what make it work.
Battle through.
Flying right now because they're obviously not in the traffic of any
Long play.
no. They kind of yourselves, well, you know, he's still not pitted yet. I mean, just how far is he planning on going? You know, it's again, this is Long Beach. I'm taking that far.
So he's certainly got some pace in that Ferrari compared to those Porsche up forward to pit. There's all these guys coming in for the short pit, and I think it was pretty good out there. Lap of the game a little bit.
Yeah, I think right now, yeah, I'd be on that push. You're gonna have to left down, try and get yourself some kind of distance between you and
but also admin box help out this series, and it's been a good one all season, and tonight doesn't look like it's anything different as we got a race between. I mean, it's Alice and Caffrey going for the long run, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to Dominic Ford, I think if you could just start on lap number 2 for all his races going forward. I mean, it's lap 1 on Monday night certainly was not kind to him at all, and not of his fault at all. And then I think tonight, like Mark said, just kind of want to exercise some demons, and saw an opportunity, went for it, and just got a little bit too aggressive in turn 1, thinking those tires and brakes were ready to handle it, and clearly it wasn't, and neither was the front end of that car. But he's got it back on there right now, and looking pretty good out there, running in the mid 121s. But I'll tell you what, these leaders are starting to put some lap times down, and don't look now, but Michael Caffrey runs his fastest lap of the race with a 120.68. So maybe seeing what these guys are doing behind him and stepping up his game a little bit. Has yet to pit, but he's got some pace in that car.
Yeah, I think right now, yeah, I'd be on that push. It's you know, you're getting close to that time. You know, start put those times down. Try and get yourself some kind of distance.
I can just want to get paints, but also to all tonight. And too many incidents other than, well, turn 11 just being turn 11. It's a hard piece of real estate to get around there. But these guys are Caffrey out front, 10, and this race and turn into pit lane. Yet, yeah, this is where your fight to keep second place and game.
My three sons, just saying, John Hammond. You know, oh, there's some real pace in that car. On the right.
Coming out of the pits, and right here is Biggart. So these three will be on top of each other. Can Payne get around him by turn number 1? Just barely. So it is going to be Biggart, Payne, and Caffrey at the front, and nothing separating the three of these guys.
Oh, you gotta love it.
To catch up trio. Yeah, he should be many laps.
But yeah, you look down at your. A lot of us guys who do a lot of road courses, we have a relative up inside the car, and we have like the positions of the guys who are in front and behind in the car, so that we know exactly whereabouts we are on the track, and you can see that relative coming down little by little, and a lot of
Caffrey gets turned around through here, and some bump. Oh, yeah, a little slow through here, and some bumping and banging coming out of the corner, and we lose second and third. Caffrey gets turned around, and right there is Strickland as he's getting held up as well. So Strickland is going to catch the back, and Trap has it, shoots him right as tough. Caffrey's pointed the contact off the wall hard, shoots him right over, and a bit of netco, but I think still bigger. 6 for a podium.
within the next.
a meatball from getting in a wall and he has to come into the pits, or are these guys stuck making 2 pit stops? But little brush here, little brush there is going to get those X's up there. But you're watching the battle right now. This is now the battle for second. Pit lane, straight, Balsamo and Coulter.
He could have taken damage, and if he already used his fast repair, then I mean he could be in there trying to get that car fixed. That's probably the only reason I can think of why he would still be in there. Looking down on the live chat, my 3 sons, sweet car, Jerry Culver. Yep, couldn't agree more. I like Biggart's car. I mean, look at it.
Ciao.
It's such a smiley face. And Stricker just took Jerry out of it.
They could have potentially cost him a podium spot. I mean, if that's the reason he's in the pits right now, that little push could have, like you said, if he used his fast repair when they came in that first time, which certainly you could see them doing that when they come in for their pit stop. You know, if that little push right there messed him up a little bit, give him a meatball, it could be a lot of required damage, and that could be why he's still in the pit lane. But it is Biggart out front, and the lead is now tantalizingly getting under 10 seconds, but we've got less than 10 minutes in this race, so Biggart is just on cruise control right now, and as long as he doesn't make any kind of mistakes, he's going to pick up the first win of the season, and the first one that won't be James Pierce here, so we'll see if he can move himself up in the standings at all. Coming into tonight, he was in 3rd place, but he was only 11 points behind David Steiner, and with Steiner finishing back there in 7th place as it stands right now, good chance that Biggart will maybe take that one step and move himself back up into 2nd place.
Just looking down, Dominic Ford running 3rd, Andrew Payne running 4th, only 8 seconds behind, 8.5 seconds behind. I mean, there's still an opportunity there. As we've said before, it only takes the smallest of mistakes around here, and these cars do not turn on a dime. It takes you, it's very Austin Powers trying to get these cars turned around here. You feel like you're constantly forward, back. So it could all go very, very wrong still. But we'll keep an eye, and if I see the gaps changing drastically, I'll let everybody know.
So really, I mean, just kind of seeing this track reach out and bite these guys, and really turned what could have been a race where 6-7 different guys had a chance at this win. Biggart's been the one that's been fighting them off the entire time. He's been the one that's out in the lead, and really, I think the only mistake that he had, again, wasn't any fault of his own, but getting into to Culver a little bit coming out of turn 11 when everybody was right there on his tail. But I mean, every time these guys have gotten close to Biggart, they've made little mistakes, and it's what Long Beach can do to you. You see that position right there, especially being the lead. You just push a little bit hard, you reach a little bit too hard, and all of a sudden you're back 10, 15, 20 seconds behind that guy you were just chasing.
I think, look at the control from Biggart tonight. It's just been super controlled. He's not what looks like overdriven the car to the extent that he's put himself in a position where he's had to overextend himself. He's just been very metered, not taking too much curb, taking just enough to make the car work for him, trying to stay off the walls, which isn't easy around here, but yeah, you have to try and give yourself just that little bit of gap, that little bit of leeway, just to, he's not running the car out as far, to the inch as you can, but he's running it out far enough.
Yeah, and I mean, you see how close he's got to get to the wall just to kind of set up some good wide entries into these corners, and you're getting very close to it just about every single time, and even on the exits, you got to run out a little bit wide. But yeah, he's got about maybe a foot to play with every time, whether it's entering the corner or exiting the corner, where these guys that are behind him are probably pushing that little bit extra and getting that little bit extra close. And you kind of forget, even though you're on a street course here, and it's a little bit different, but aero still comes into play. And when you're behind somebody, you got that little bit of aero push. That could certainly be the reason why these guys that have gotten close to him have made these mistakes and have kind of put themselves in bad positions. Just a little bit of aero wash from the guy in front could make you a little bit tight, or just get you a little bit wonky coming out of one of these corners, and just kind of at the very least mess with your head a little bit.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Cole. Very good point indeed. And it is, you're absolutely right. It does affect the way that the car handles. Like, even running some of the relatively lower speed corners, you do miss just that little bit of front end grip, because the car in front of you is taking that away. You're in that wash, you're in that little bit of dead zone where there is no downforce, and it just means that you have to push just that little harder, or turn that wheel a little bit further just to make that car turn in. And that can make all the difference in the world. Not only does it affect your tyre wear, but it also affects your confidence, because you don't feel like you can, when you're tucked in behind the guy in front of you, you can't make the same turning as the guy in front of you can, and you have to be that little earlier on the brakes, and you're reacting and not driving your own line.
Looks like Strickland has eventually come out of pit lane, and he is in 11th position. Going to be 5 laps down, so judging at the pace that we're at right now, that is where he's going to finish. He doesn't have enough time to catch Caffrey, even if Caffrey binned it right now. So Strickland, unfortunately, going to finish back there in 11th. Steiner, kind of the same situation. He's closed the gap to Rockin there, but he looks like he's going to end up finishing in 7th position. Just a tough spot for some of these guys that, again, had a chance at a good finish, a top 3 finish, maybe even a chance at the win, but you make one little mistake here and it's going to get you. And right now we're down to 3 minutes to go, and the man that's made the least amount of mistakes is the one that's out front, and that is Nathan Biggart. Michael Caffrey in 2nd, Dominic Ford in 3rd. Andrew Payne, Cameron DeRue rounding out your top 5, and got to give it to Cameron. I mean, we don't really talk, well, maybe we shouldn't talk about him as he bangs the wall coming out of the corner, but don't really, get to talk about him too much, but always kind of just, gets around the track. It doesn't, light up the scoreboard with, some heater times, but it's just nice and consistent, and most times he is the one that's, gaining the most position at the end of the race, because those guys that race so hard to get up through the pack usually make some kind of mistake along the way. Right now, Cameron DeRue started in 13th position, only 1 spot off of shotgun on the field, and he's up 8 spots in 5th place. So a great job out here for DeRue, and it looks like he's going to come away with a nice top 5 finish here.
Yeah, also, stonking paint job. Can I just, I really like that. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. I know a lot of these guys, put an awful lot of time into the paint jobs.
Oh, and that's exactly why we should not talk about Cameron DeRue right there. Just 2 minutes from the end, was looking at a top 5 finish and just straight up missed the turn in here for turn 1. We'll take a look at it one more time. I'm sure he's not going to want to relive it here.
No. Is that the leader?
But the car just not getting slowed up in time and just
turn in.
Yeah. As it stands, we are coming up, and I don't think we got the white flag that last time by. Should we get the white flag this time by here, as the 19 of Biggart coming through the final corners here through turn 10, and now through turn 11. We got less than a minute to go, so we should see Varney waving that white flag this time by, and I don't think the starter cam is in a good spot for me to even see Barney, but it is going to be white flag out here for Nathan Biggart one more time around, and so trying to see if I can at least get a a view of Barney. There he is, up in the top left corner of your screen, waving that white flag. Get him a little airtime here. He gets a little bit. He gets a green flag, he gets a white flag, he gets a checkered. So gotta give him his dues. He's doing a great job out there.
Whatever the hell happened earlier.
So Biggart and the rest of the field now on their final lap here around Long Beach, and it's been a great showing here for Biggart, and a bit of a statement here. May not necessarily have been the fastest car out here tonight, but we've seen it more often than not. The fastest car doesn't always necessarily win. You need to be the one that's most consistent, still putting in some good fast lap times, and just keep that car clean. And he's done that this entire race so far. Very, very little mistakes, and it's the reason that 19 is going to see victory lane here tonight, coming through the final corners right now through 9 and 10, and into turn 11 one last time. And I'm sure he's going to give turn 11 a nice little wave. I can't tell you how many fingers he's throwing up there, but no more times through turn 11. He's coming through the final straight, and he is going to win here at Long Beach.
That was a great drive. That was a superb drive from Nathan there.
Michael Caffrey, you see him coming home right there in second. And quite a ways back here is your third place, and really the rest of the field. Big gap there between second and the rest of the field.
Literally one of my favorite tracks.
As you see, Jerry Culver coming through right now. He is going to finish in 7th. Right behind him is Dominique Ford, going to bring it home in 3rd. You got Mark Rockin there coming home in 5th place. A good job by him, as he kind of got gifted the top 5 there at the end, and he'll certainly take it. Steiner is going to bring it home in 6th place, so good job there. And Payne is going to round out your 4th place finish here.
Just crabbing to you.
It did just a little bit, yeah. I don't know if it was the camera angle or what the case was, but it certainly did. And Salas going to come home in 8th place, holding off Philip Caffrey, as that became a bit of a battle here at the end. But it is going to be Salas and Caffrey, and then Cameron DeRue, unfortunately, is going to finish in 10th in the pit lane here. Pretty good race by your man right there, Nathan Biggart, and again, he did exactly what he needed to do, and now he gets to do exactly what he wants to do and burn it down on these tight little tracks here. It's kind of tough, and doing a good job. And maybe you should just do what I do, just park the car up on the wall and just light the tires up, because it's too dang tight to do any kind of donuts here tonight. But good job here by I'd say maybe by half the field, and the other half of the field just having a rough time. I mean, I don't blame them for having a rough time. Long Beach, not exactly my favorite, and not a fan favorite for a lot of people, and I know it's not exactly the apple of your eye either, Mark, but you got to go to these tough little tracks and really test these guys, and that's certainly what they did here tonight.
Yeah. Just a quick flick down through the live before we head to the interviews. Mostly Barry. Bigger short distance with driving tonight. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Barry. Congratulations to Nathan, and congratulations to all the drivers. And you know what? I think that's something that should be broached. It was a good drive from all of these guys. This is, as we said earlier, this isn't the easiest place to get around, not by any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, for all these guys to come out and to make it round, and to have, I mean, as very few incidents as there was. I mean, it could have been an awful lot worse. It's very hard to pass. It's very difficult track to get around. It's not the easiest place to try and to hold GT3 racing, because these cars don't turn that well at a slow speed. They don't have the steering angle. So, considering the amount of people out there, I think that I think the rate of attrition was not as low as I was expecting.
No, not at all. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to get around this track with any cars, but especially with the GT3s. But you know, again, Nathan Biggart put himself in the right position. He got the pole and lost the lead there for a little bit, but for the most part, it was him all alone out front.
So that
Had some tough competition right behind him, but nobody really ever got in front of him and threatened to take that win away.
Caffrey,
and he was always in the right spot at the right time. But go ahead and start our interviews here tonight.
And 89 stop.
We're going to start off with our third place finisher here tonight, and that is going to be Dominic Ford.
Second place. Michael
Mark, why don't you go ahead and take our third place finisher, Dominic Ford.
So I want to see if he says anything.
Dominic, knock up here in the booth.
If he says anything in the interview.
Dude, okay, after that one, that was a bit stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine it was. First corner didn't exactly go your way, I'm afraid. But yeah, cold tires, cold brakes.
Yeah, all of the above. All of the above. I don't know. I thought I had the run. I did have the run into the first corner, but like you said, you know, cold tires. I just couldn't get the car slowed down. I think if I would have got it slowed down enough, I would have had the lead going into turn 1. I just couldn't see my braking point at all, so that messed me up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, well, in all fairness, running that car up until the only pit stop with front end damage couldn't have been that much fun. I know that you know, this track isn't really aero dependent, but I mean it still is a little unsettling in places. So you know, running that car around in fourth up until the first pit stop. And I presume that you took your fast repair then, and then a push to the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really good going in. The car actually felt okay. I tapped the car going into turn 1, lap 1, so it wasn't too much damage. And then I came into the pit, served it. I had a little bit of steering issues, but I'm pretty sure I was not the only driver that had that same issue. So yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good overall. I managed to get back through the field. I think I got like 10th or something like that, and then, you know, a few of the cars had some issues, but pretty good.
Yeah, we were talking about how this is very much a race of attrition, and being able to get the car to the end and at least trying to be vaguely consistent is one of the ways to go. And I think that you know, you still had good pace. You know, your lap times were there or thereabouts. So you definitely, you know, you had a leader pace in the car. So you know, being able to keep the car clean and run it consistently and keep those lap times in, I think worked well for you tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. I felt like I was a little bit off, maybe a few tenths off. I had zero practice at all. My qualifying laps were my practice laps, so it was good. It was good. I mean, there were some, you know, I guess setbacks in the race, but I think I managed to hold on to it pretty well. I thought Andrew was going to catch me at the end, but something happened, so.
Yeah, I think, I'm not quite sure what happened to Andrew at the end, but it did look for a little while like he was going to pull in, and then the gap sort of lengthened out a little bit. So, I mean, you know, it's Long Beach, anything could happen around. Even so, Dominic, it was a good drive from you tonight. Third place, you know, that's nothing to be sniffed at, especially, you know, there's some good guys in here, there's some quick drivers here.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, I definitely think that a third place was a great result, and as you say, coming in with no practice. But before I let you go, is there anybody who you want to give a shout out to?
That's like always. Thanks to you guys. Watching this race, having a fun time watching us out there. I have a fun time going back and watching the race after. Thanks to everybody else on the track. You know, kept it real clean out there. With a few incidences, but you know, it worked out at the end. And great race so far.
All right then, Dominic, I'll let you go. Thank you very much, and good run tonight, my friend.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
At your third place finish here tonight, the 33 of Dominic Ford. Now we'll bring in our second place finisher, and that is going to be the 77 of Michael Caffrey. And Michael, you guys put on one heck of a show at the front when you guys were up there. And I mean, for quite some time, you could throw a blanket over the top three, and it looked like It looked like Michael Strickland was going to come up there and throw his hat in the ring too and make it a 4-car breakaway at the front, but then a little bit of lap traffic and a little bit of issues getting around shocker turn 11, and unfortunately it had Payne getting into the wall and then getting into you, spinning you out. But all things considered, are you happy with the second place, or are you just kind of writhing in pain of what could have been a win here tonight?
Yeah, look, I actually thought I had the pace to get that W. My tyres were probably about 5, 6, whatever laps fresher than the guys in front, and I could see them sliding around. I was easily catching on that second stint. But hey, it is what it is. That's racing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's Long Beach for you. I mean, it's if there's ever a corner in racing that is just something that the drivers, I'm sure you can echo this as just a horrible corner to try and get around. It's turn 11 here at Long Beach.
Yeah, that is definitely the tough corner to make, and even at the start, a couple of guys were struggling to get around it. It is just it's really, you try and go too wide around there, it's just going to end in tears.
So when you guys were up behind each other and pretty much nose to tail at the front, was the car handling any different? Was there any kind of aero wash off the cars in front of you? Was it kind of handling the same, and you were just really trying to hit your marks just a little bit better than the guys in front of you?
Yeah, pretty much hitting the marks, to be honest. And I was watching the time gap as well between myself and Nate. In the first stage, I was just, I had Striker behind me, and I was trying to keep him outside the draft as well, just so he wasn't towing along. But yeah, he was giving me troubles in that first stage. So immediately I was focused on Striker, and then once he sort of started to drop, maybe he dropped back slightly, then I focused on the guys in front.
So Long Beach now done and dusted here. You come away with a second place finish, and it's obviously going to be pretty good for you in the points, coming in here in 5th place in the points. So securing some more points and helping you at the bare minimum stay in the top 5. But looking at the upcoming schedule here as we head to Okayama next week, and then the ever fun Nürburgring. You got any kind of tracks that are in the near future here that you're looking at to maybe try and go at the win, or are you worried about James Pierce coming back and wanting some more?
Nah, not worried about James. Not worried about James at all. But no, look, I like doing all the road circuits. I guess Nürburgring is a favourite, but yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind running out on any of the circuits. I hadn't really done this too much, but I actually really like I like the road tracks. They're pretty cool. Dangerous though. Dangerous, those concrete barriers. You miss your mark slightly, and it's not ends in tears.
Yeah, there's no kitty litter to be had here at these street circuits. It's you miss it and you're hitting the wall. And I said to Mark, there's about like 3 curbs here that you can hit. That's about it. But you get it done here tonight. You get a second place, just 1 spot shy of getting the win here tonight. But either way, a good run here and kind of a good bounce back after certainly a few little issues out here on the track, and not necessarily of your doing. But you get the second place here tonight. Anyone you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
No, look, I'd like to thank yourselves for the broadcast, John and Striker, and the admins for putting on the league. I love racing against these guys, and also Dominic and especially Nate for that P1. Dominic for the P2, but yeah, Nate for that P1. He drove well, kept it clean the whole way. And look. Accidents happen in these things, and that's just how it goes. That's racing, and on to the next one.
All right, sounds like a plan. So we will see you next week at Okayama, and maybe we can take that one extra step up to the top.
Cheers. Hey, thanks, Mark. Look after yourself.
All right, that is your second place finisher here, the 77 of Michael Caffrey. And now finally we'll finish up here with your winner tonight, and that is the 19 of Nathan Biggart.
Nathan, Mark up here in the booth. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm amazing.
Oh, I bet you are. I bet you are, especially around here. I mean, that's gotta feel superb. That's gotta feel brilliant.
Oh, it feels amazing, man. Just to get a win, never mind at a track like this. This track is tough.
Yeah. We've been discussing that with Dominic and Michael, that you know how tough it is to get these cars around here, and you know just how unforgiving it is. And I was talking to Carl earlier, and we were discussing you know how we would try and get the thing around, and you know just how we would try and win the race. And it did look like you had the thing, like I wouldn't say in the bag, but you had it all under control. It looked like you had it all under control. Did you have it all under control?
Not in the beginning, that's for sure. But lap 2, I got into the wall, got some wheel damage, and I was definitely worried about that. But I don't know, it's hard to pass. So Andrew was definitely faster than me, but he was just struggling to try to find a way around, obviously. And then he ended up running into some issues, and we all had issues in this race. It was a tough race on all of us, I think. And yeah, I just was able to, we do have a fast repair in this, so I was able to, when I went to pit road, I did use that and just got the wheel damage fixed. And then everybody else had them issues. And then after that, yeah, I had a good enough gap from everybody where I definitely felt more in control and was able to just cruise and not push it. And was able to get the rest of the way without any more incidents by just not having to push it, by having that gap. It just makes you have a total different feeling about your driving.
Yeah, that was something that we touched on very briefly up here in the booth. It's very difficult when you're constantly driving in your mirrors and you've got the guy and you're always slightly worried, is he going to make the dive here? Can I, you know, I'm having to push just to try and leave that little bit of gap between me and the guy behind me. So when you did have that little bit of breakaway, it did look like not the car settled, but you found a bit of a better groove, and you weren't pushing quite so close to the walls. And you know, as you were saying, back markers is always a thing here, as well as the dreaded turn 11. We noticed that you know there was a little bit of, I wouldn't say miscommunication, but it's very difficult to try and make some of these passes happen against some of the slower cars around here, because there's not always a gap to make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, you know, we in this league, we don't expect anybody to just let us by. You know, they're racing their own race against everybody else. And I always, you know, I'm just the type of mind that if you're a faster car, you should be able to find your way around. That's not to make it like, you know, be aggressive towards them, but just run your race and we'll find our way, you know. So yeah, I did have just one issue, but that was more on me, on my patience of just same thing, having Andrew right there behind me and trying to get going as fast as I can. So I dove to the inside coming out of that turn 11 there at the end, the hairpin, and just had a little bit of a bump with Jerry, but that was definitely not his fault. You know, he probably would have let me by on a straight if I would have just been a little bit more patient, but I was just diving it in and trying to not make him have to lift to let me by, just trying to get it done myself, I guess. But yeah, it's just tough track to pass for sure, whether it's, you know, passing for position or back marker. And I don't know, I commend everybody for sticking it out, doing this race was fun. The beginning was interesting there with, was it Dave? No, Dominic. He dove it into the inside of us there, and just didn't quite hit the brake marker right, and I didn't want to go into that corner 3 wide, so I was the one that was backing out of it, just trying to keep my car clean, and luckily it ended up working because Andrew had to check up for him, and I come out of that turn with the lead, and I was surprised but very happy. But yeah, just all around great race. I'm ecstatic about it.
And as well, you should be. It was a very controlled drive. It was well sorted. It was well thought out. But the whole thing did work really well. I did have a quick word with Dominic about the first lap incident, and cold tyres and cold brakes tends to do that to you. It was a bold strategy, Cotton. I was going to see how it planned out, but it didn't quite pan out the way he was expecting, I don't think. And 3 wide, he said that he couldn't see his braking marker. So I think that's also another reason why he overshot. But yeah, 3 wide, first lap, first corner. That was, yeah, I didn't expect, I don't think me or Carl expected that at all. But even so, Okayama next week, How are you feeling about Okayama? Is is any of the other tracks of the seasons something that you're really looking forward to, or are you just going to try and play them as they come?
Yeah, basically playing them as they come, but honestly, yeah, at least Okayama is a track I'm familiar with, so I definitely feel more confident there. Whereas, I mean, but then again, you know, I bought this track last week and ended up coming home with the win tonight. Obviously, it helped that a certain driver wasn't here tonight, but
yeah, we shall not say his name for the sake, just in case.
But yeah, I mean, the one I am dreading, because I don't know it, obviously, is we're going to be doing Nürburgring here in a few weeks, and I've never made it around that place yet without
There's only a couple
crashing.
corners.
So yeah, there's only a couple hundred corners in that thing.
I'm sorry, that's one of my favourite tracks. I love that place. I've got plenty of laps around there, plenty of time around there. Both me and Carl have got some time around there, so I can understand your trepidation, because that place is. It's a monster. It's an absolute monster. They don't call it the Green Hell for nothing.
Right. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I got some familiarity with pretty much every other track that we go to. I would say the one I'm looking forward to most is I'm a big Bathurst fan, so that one's going to be fun later on.
Yeah.
No, I don't
but
want
yeah,
to.
I mean, no matter what, whether I got experience, even Nürburgring, I mean, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have an enjoyment. Running with these guys is just a blast. So bring it on every week. I'm excited.
Well, it's funny. Michael was saying just how much he appreciates everybody in the league, and just how. And there's a lot of respect from all of the drivers here in this league. We've seen a lot of it tonight. Some of these guys trying to make way for the quicker guys, and the driving standard is high. It's good to watch, and for everybody to learn and to to get to know each other and to know exactly how each other drives. That's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of us, we run together in the CHOPSHOP League, even in different series, mostly oval, but it's just been fun getting in these, road racing races and just trying to learn and get better at our craft. And no matter what, even racing these road cars, it will help you in the oval series. Just any seat time, driving any car is going to help you. So I'm just glad that we got a good group, a good solid group to start here, and we can try to keep building this as we go. Get some more guys in here. But it's just, it's a great league to run with. I'm glad that we put on a good show for everybody to watch. I enjoy you guys doing a broadcast. It's awesome.
I was just about to say, before I let you go and let you go and celebrate with the family and with the team, is there anybody who you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, obviously, just, again, the CHOPSHOP crew. We got John Hammond and Michael Strickland. They do a lot for this league. Appreciate everything they do, getting us all together and keeping us in line, putting on all these races, all the practices they put up for us. They do a lot, running all the points. I understand it's a lot of work, and it definitely doesn't go unappreciated. I want to thank you guys, Core Racing Network, for doing the broadcast here in the GT3 series. You guys do a phenomenal job. It's very enjoyable to go back and watch. I have it on usually during the race, so I can try to see, incidents when they happen, quick replay, but you don't really get too much of a chance while you're driving. But I do go back and rewatch it later on. It's very enjoyable. Give a shout out to all the fans that watch us. It's awesome. I see some of the comments now that it's over, and people saying that I did a good job. It feels great, to see that, and makes me feel amazing. And last but not least, I guess just a shout out to my mom. She's my biggest fan. Tell her I love her.
Oh, we love that. We love that. We always like a bit of mum love here. Okay, that sounds really suspect. I didn't mean it to come out that way.
Well, there goes our rating on YouTube. But yeah, go ahead.
I apologise to you, man. Okay, it's been a pleasure having you up here in the booth, Nathan. You take care of yourself, and with a bit of luck, we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, that your winner here tonight in the number 19, Nate Biggart, and just a great run here tonight. And we said it multiple times now, just keep the car clean and, you know, run your race, run your pace, and really tonight drive the track. And don't worry about anything else. He certainly had some guys up his tailpipe in a few different cases here tonight, but nobody really rattled his cage enough to kind of get him offline too much, and he just ran his own race and just fought the track instead of fighting the other drivers, and was enough to bring this thing home tonight. So a great run by Nathan Biggart. Bring up the race results one more time, and again, just a shout out to all these guys, as they did a phenomenal job here tonight, and a bit tough for some of these guys, as the results apparently don't want to agree with me, and now they want to bring up the qualifying results. So yeah, it's all over the place here tonight. But Long Beach, it's a street circuit. It's very tough. And now next week we go to Okayama. We got a little more litter there, a little more grass. Certainly got some tight little corners there, and some interesting little chicanes. So it'll be fun to watch that one next week. And I'm sure we'll probably have even a little bit bigger field there next week. There's some guys that had to miss tonight. I'm sure that the one that you didn't want to name earlier, the one that's won the first 5 races.
I'm not saying his name.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it.
You don't have to say it. He might be saying it next week anyway if he's out there on the track. Obviously, he's a force to be reckoned with this year. But great job by these guys out here tonight, by Biggart, Caffrey, and Ford for bringing home the podium. But that's going to do it for the broadcast here tonight. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Thank you to the sponsors here tonight: Fuego Paints, Admin Box, Track Racer, and W Energy. And thank you to everybody that's come out here to watch this race, and we'll watch it here in the future. If you want to get into this league, I mean, just get in touch with one of us. Get in touch with John Hammond, get in touch with Michael Strickland. These guys are certainly looking for some more drivers out there, and it's a good league to get into. That's it for Long Beach. So we look forward to next week at Okayama. Plenty of racing in the meantime on CRN, so make sure you tune into that. But if not, we will see you next week. For myself and Mark at Long Beach, we'll see you at the track.
Take care, people.